Apache Cassandra is a great database which has been hardened by several years of enterprise production usage in some of the largest applications on the planet. It has several great features such as high availability, no single point of failure, data center and geographic awareness, and of course, high performance at large scale. But sometimes managing your own Cassandra cluster isn't a whole lot of fun. You have to worry about things like scheduling repairs, taking backups, applying updates, and not just to the Cassandra software, but also to your JVM, Linux kernel, or any software library that might be found in an enterprise vulnerability scan. You also have to deal with scaling, or as I like to call it, the holiday shuffle. So just what is the holiday shuffle? Every year, Cassandra DBAs who work in retail and other seasonal industries have tasks they need to do as far as like taking their large-scale production clusters and scaling them up before the shopping season in November. And in January, they scale them back down to avoid having to pay for a lot of resources that they're not using. This is tedious because some of these clusters support several terabytes and are made up of several hundred nodes, but really, to effectively scale down, you need to do it one node at a time, so it becomes quite the chore. Additionally, every retailer and related businesses for the holidays implement what's known as a code freeze. And while code freeze sounds self-explanatory, to a Cassandra DBA, it means that they can't do the necessary work of refining their deployments and their images to make sure that things are up to date, that the JVM is on a good secure version, that all of their supporting libraries are secure from vulnerabilities. So what happens is that 2 or 3 month period where they have that code freeze, those tasks for the Cassandra DBAs can really start to build up into a very large laundry list of things to do. So between fixing vulnerabilities and scaling down, January really becomes a two-headed monster if you're a Cassandra DBA in retail or a related business. It just becomes a laundry list of things to do to keep your clusters running optimally. DataStax Astra DB, our database as a service that has all the great features of Apache Cassandra, but without the operations for you to have to manage. So what can Astra DB do for you? Well, you can use any language, API, or framework to connect to Astra DB. You can use one of many supported data models, including the traditional Cassandra column family data model, but also document and key value type models as well. And you get a cloud-native Cassandra with Astra DB that has intelligent autoscaling. Using analytics and machine learning, intelligent autoscaling decisions are made for you based on real-time and historical data. That way, there's no interruption of service to scale up or down and no wasted resources. And of course, Astra DB can be deployed to any major public cloud, including AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. So how does a typical migration from Cassandra to Astra DB look? Well, typically we start with an application that's talking to Cassandra. We stand up a lightweight tool known as CQL Proxy in the middle. And CQL Proxy connects to both Cassandra and Astra DB. Then we seed the application with the connection to CQL Proxy. All traffic makes its way through CQL Proxy and on over to the original Cassandra cluster. But the write traffic only is what goes through and ends up in DataStax Astra DB. That way we're capturing all of the new and current writes and data mutations that are happening so that when we move your data over, everything will be complete and up to date. With that in place, we use our tool called DS Bulk to do a lift and land of all key spaces and tables from Cassandra over to Astra DB. Once that's complete, we go ahead and seed the application with the connection to Astra DB directly, and then decommission the old Cassandra cluster and take down CQL proxy. And now you've completed a zero downtime migration. Want to look into this process some more? Here are some resources. Go ahead and take a look at a blog post we have detailing the zero downtime migration process. And of course, check out the GitHub repos for both CQL proxy and DS bulk. Here at DataStax, we want you to be successful, and we want to help get you there. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.